Oh man.
If you're annoyed by people protesting a human rights violation, then you have bigger problems. I'm sorry to be so angry and so heated about something like that, but I just saw what he typed in the chat and it just triggered me really bad.
Oh man.
Soda. Thank you.
That was the moment of all time.
That is like the one of the few times any of you have ever seen me angry, and I didn't even like tap the surface.
Thank you for the soda.
Damn it, this is the second conversation I've been in today that has evolved into an Israel-Palestine conversation.
Slug, I feel like I don't understand fully what you mean, but I tend to agree with the gist of what you're saying.
The sheep's broken.
Oh, he
I can't get my soda.
Base Mr. War Crimes. All the land under the sun will be the British Empire.
Rebuild the British Empire.
We will all return to the British Empire.
The British will rule again.
We're talking about
The sun will never set for the British Empire.
Can I just say the royal portrait of King Charles fucking sucks?
King
It's
Charles
terrible.
is England's Joe Biden, bro.
To be honest, I'm surprised the monarchy still exists today.
It looks like he's standing in an inferno, which is where the British Empire is heading.
Oh man.
Yeah, you say it as if the British Empire still exists.
Gigantic inferno.
I mean, they still have islands all around the world. It kind of exists.
Yeah, even though it's no longer an empire, I feel like they're eventually gonna like become independent on themselves.
What was the cutoff for it not being an empire anymore? When they gave back Hong Kong or something? Like let's
I
be
think
real.
that was the very, very last bit. I think actually no, the real end of the British Empire started like in 1957, I think. Where
They
like
still
something
own
with
islands
Egypt.
in like they still own the islands in like Atlantic Ocean and like Pacific Ocean and shit. So I think it's kind of somewhat technically exists.
Well, that's the same applies with the states having all about different islands and overseas territories. Like there's Guam, for example. Didn't that count as the U.S. being an empire?
United States is definitely an empire. We have military bases in like so many countries. America is definitely an empire.
I think the British Empire ended up during World War II.
That was the very first seeds. Actually, no, the first seeds came before that.
That was when they all started to break apart, yes.
As I would say, actually, it wasn't necessarily World War II that was the beginning of it. The true beginning of the end came with the Great Depression, actually. Because in the early 1930s, they passed a legislation that began to allow each of the different dominions more like independence for themselves. So they
I know what
gradually
you're
started
talking
to become
about.
more
I just can't remember the name of it. It was like the
It's Westminster or something like that.
Westminster statute or something like that.
1931.
Yeah.
That was when a lot of the different dominions became more like countries afterwards. They became.
It's when I stopped coloring Canada and Australia British color, and I started coloring them Canada color and Australia color.
And it was
maps.
the 1980s where the last ties or something was officially ended. That's when they became full-blown independent. I mean, I feel like the only thing that's left now
that it still kind of somewhat exists because the Queen or the King of England or Great Britain, I mean, is still the head of state in Canada and Australia and stuff. I think.
Yeah, they don't do anything though. They're just a figurehead.
They're completely just figurehead, yeah.
Exactly. It's I mean, if they really wanted to, they can, you know, they can vote to become a republic if they really wanted to. I mean, Australia's long overdue to fucking change its flag. That's one thing. New Zealand is almost close to.